Hello everyone and welcome to Board or Bin, and this week we've got two talk boxes. Now we've got the Heil Classic version, and now the Heil goes between the cab and the speaker, and it's the big talk box that everyone's used. I think Peter Frampton's used it. He's the king of the talk box. And then we've got a kind of user-friendly MXR talk box, which goes between the guitar and the head. So the whole point of these things is that they disable the speaker. Both of them do that, and then the vibration, the kind of bit from the amp, comes down a tube into your gob through this tube. And then your mouth kind of effectively becomes a resonating chamber, like an acoustic guitar. But of course, you're changing the shape of the words as you go. Admittedly, there's a kind of comedic aspect to this. But you get the vowel sounds and you get the sound of the words a little bit. And it's a little bit like a wah-wah pedal, but not quite. And it's super cool. So let's see which one we prefer. Everybody should play through a talk box. There's a few health and safety issues, though.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Germs.
Yeah.
You know, we'll wash the tube in between users. I think it's so germs being one. But the main problem is that it really resonates and rattles around in your head because your head becomes a speaker cabinet. So it's pretty tough on the ears. I very rarely get ringing from ears from gigs, but I do get it from using this thing.
Wow. Okay.
When we're playing though, it's hard to hear anything other than the thing rattling in your head, you know.
What I would say is that little jam we had, because you have that human voice-like interaction, the phrasing changes completely. And some of the ideas and stuff you were playing were different, you know, in a really nice way.
Your lead guitar stems from the blues tradition where the singing stops and the guitar takes over in that register. And personally, my favourite guitar players are all singers. Mark Bolan, I love his primitive kind of vocal guitar playing. Jeff Lynne, B.B. King, obviously, or Hendrix. People who sing great, they play guitar differently. I'll tell you why. They're not preoccupied by note choice. They're more concerned with rhythm, because singers bounce back to the root note, for example, a lot. Like Etta James, I learned a lot about guitar playing from Etta James. She doesn't play guitar, but it's the way she sings. So I think the vocal characteristics of the talk box kind of bring that out in your playing a little bit. Yeah. And it's just a right laugh. It's really good fun, you know. I just wish I could sing.
Well,
I can't. But you know, the big mystery for me, and perhaps someone could help with the comments, is if I listen to Slash playing with the talk box or Richie Sambora, it's very cool, but it's basically a bit wah-wah like. If I listen to Peter Frampton, he's really articulating words. And the thing that I've never been able to get is the consonants. I can get the vowel sound, the wow thing, but I can't get the board or bin, for example. Yeah. I was trying to do it, but I get wah. So if anyone could explain that, I think it's simply that Frampton's an amazing singer.
I've seen some people do lots of really amazing stuff with talk boxes and synths. There's a guy called Mr. Talkbox on YouTube who does some amazing vocal a cappella things with the talk box. It's a mystery to me how. Right. I mean, he's a singer.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've done talk boxes a bit. I've never done it on stage, but I've done it in the studio a little bit. So I'll demonstrate this one, and then I think the MXR one, we should get you have a go, because you're a talk box virgin, I believe.
I am.
So we should sort that out and get you to give it a go. I'm using a Plexi, I'm using a Les Paul. This is the Heil talk box. It's the classic one. It goes between the head and the cab. So what that means is that what's coming down this tube, the vibration, is actually quite pokey. The rig is just as you would. I've got a tube screamer going on. It's the Mua version of the tube screamer, which we're super impressed with. In fact, I'm going to buy one of these little things. It's got a bit of reverb on. Now, when you press the talk box, it will, when you stomp on that, it disables the connection to the speakers. The speaker stops, it comes down the tube, and then we mic it up as if it's a vocal mic. And you control it, you can keep it like stum. And you open your mouth, and you know, the sounds you get. Now, if you can sing, and you could say, so it's really tough for me to hear what you're getting because the sound in my head is pretty powerful. It's rattling my teeth. So, I mean, that's given me a degree of confidence because I would never normally sing anything because I'm so bad. I suppose for me as a non-singer, it's the closest thing I'll ever get to singing, and I really envy people who can sing.
Yeah, same. So it's going to be interesting when I try it, because I can't sing either.
My question for you is, Sam, right, you've got £1 million.
Have I?
Well, potentially, it's hypothetical, mate. Don't take that.
Do I have?
No. You've got £1 million here, and then you can sing like Joe Cocker there. Which one would you have?
Oh.
You can sing like Joe Cocker, and his skin, or you can have £1 million, but you have to sing like...
I think I'd like to be able to sing.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
And then I'd make my £1 million from singing.
From singing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Job done.
There's that cliche quote, isn't it? Guitarists are frustrated singers.
I think we are, and we try to sing through this, don't we? You know. So let's try the MXR one. And now the Heil pedal is £200 or £300. You can get it from different prices. It's a little bit hard to track down. It's fairly specialist, but you can find them online, of course. And the MXR is everywhere because it's cheaper. It sits on your board in a logical place, and it's a bit easier. But it does the same job. It disables the speaker and sends it down the tube, but it does it before the amp. So the main difference is it's got less power. It's got less kind of muscle to it. So it's a different type of sound. I don't know if you'll be able to notice a difference.
I'm just got a question, Bruce.
Yeah.
Would you be able to, let's say if you ran a compressor or something before the talk box,
yeah,
for that purpose of making sure that it's more of a sort of
Yeah. Well, I would tend to put a fuzz box into it. I'd put the tube screen before it to give it a bit of poke. It's a little bit like preamp valves compared to power amp valves. It's about that muscle. You know, and this thing has got as much muscle as you're going to get. And then it goes down the mic and we're DIing it into the desk. You've got a bit of extra EQ if you want. You can grunt it up a little bit. A little bit of distortion post the mic can work.
Oh, okay.
And if you really can't sing like me, you can use autotune and stuff like that to get a Daft Punk kind of sound out. So let's try the MXR. So you've heard the Heil. Let's talk about this. Let's have a try of the MXR. So what we've done with the MXR talk box is we've put it in just like a normal pedal. When you press it, it disables the signal to the amp. It's like a little amp in the actual talk box. It goes down a tube, fairly primitive really, and then that your mouth becomes a speaker in effect. So the only difference is it's being driven by your guitar, not the actual amp.
Oh, that's really fun.
It's good, isn't it?
It's really fun.
Maybe it's the thing to get guitarists singing, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, I've never used this before. It's really cool. My mind's blowing a little bit.
Yeah, it's just really cool. It's just really musical, isn't it? I think that's that kind of thing. We could sit here and jam all night, I think, you know. So, I don't know, it's really hard to call it between the two, isn't it? Because I can't hear it when I can feel it, but I can't hear it, so I can't really tell. I don't know, should we just put it to the vote? Can you guys help us out, vote which one you think? Obviously, we can't tell. We're just having a great time. So, what do you think?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, thank you.
Two hours later.
That was a right laugh, that's good. It's really hard to stop.
It was really hard to stop us. Yeah, I could see.
Francois, we're losing the will to live. Yeah. So thank you for listening to us as we got a little bit carried away with the whole talk box business. It's probably the novelty factor, but it's super fun. And don't forget, if you want to study guitar with Sam and the team at WaterBear, you can do a BA honours degree, you can do it online, or you can do it on site. You can even do a master's qualification as well. So let us know if you want to find out more about that. Here's the deets.